Welcome to the Bottom of the Stream Movie Show. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick.
I'm sorry for laughing at your ahoy. You just did it different.
I did do it different. All the intonations were in a different place.
It was. I liked it.
It kind of sounded like it was someone else.
It did, yeah. It's not, though. It's definitely you.
Still me.
Still you. Never going to be anybody else.
Okay.
How are you, Nick?
I'm fine, thanks. Apparently I'm here forever.
You are. You're never going to leave.
I'm locked in.
I've locked that door.
That's
The
fine.
one that's not even closed. I've locked it.
With your mind lock.
Yes.
Sure.
Is this even real?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I'm questioning reality after this movie.
Me too.
So is the guy in this.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely get to that. I can't wait to talk about the ending. This week, we have watched a film called Frat Star. Frat Star is from 2017.
Okay.
It is a 15. It runs for 1 hour and 25 minutes. That is it, believe it or not. That's all it is. Seems a lot longer.
I mean, I don't think it dragged.
Oh,
I'll
think it
take
really
you on there.
It's currently rated a 3.6 out of 10 on IMDb, which is too high.
I agree.
Miles too high. Stars a guy called Connor Lawrence. He plays Nick. There's also characters in this called Nick and Adam. Adam's the president and Nick's the lowly frat boy.
Yeah,
So
there
just
you go.
echoes of the show. Connor Lawrence plays Nick. He has one and his only credit on IMDb is this. Never done anything before, never done anything since.
Poor
Hopefully
guy.
he never will. Also stars a guy called Justin Mark. He plays Billy. He's been in 3 episodes of Gotham and numerous other one-off TV shows.
He was trying way too hard in this.
I thought he was the best one in it, but I think you're
I
right.
also agree with that. But they were like, clearly had gone, be a crazy uni,
Yeah,
full of life guy.
and he did.
And do it
He
more.
he
Do
went
it more.
Full of vim and vinegar, didn't he? Stars a lady called Catherine Dillon. She plays Rosanna. Again, nothing on IMDb about her. I think this film might have ended some careers before they even got started. Randomly enough, this film does star a guy called Chris Elliott.
Yeah,
We know Chris Elliott.
we do.
Everybody knows Chris Elliott. He's in Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
He plays Eugene, Nick's dad, in this. Your
He's-
dad's not called Eugene.
Rolling shit himself.
Rolling shit himself. Also, why did they never make that show on the joke on the show? I didn't even notice it.
You know him from Scary Movie.
Scary Movie 2 and 4.
Something about Mary.
Correct.
Loads of stuff.
One more big film.
What's his other big film?
Groundhog Day.
Oh, of course.
He's big in Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Do you want to know a crazy fact about Chris Elliott?
Yes, please.
No, he on the Wave this week talked about the Emmys.
We did.
How many do you think Chris Elliott's got?
Well, I would have said none, but I feel like you're leading me down the garden path.
Chris Elliott has
More than one.
4 Emmy Awards.
Nice.
Only one for acting,
Okay.
which was for Rolling Shit in Schitt's Creek. He has 3 Emmys for writing.
Oh,
The
awesome.
David Letterman Show.
Really?
Yes. He wrote 249 episodes of it and won 3 Emmys.
That's awesome.
It's cool, isn't it?
That's a great fact.
He's got 3 writing Emmys and 1 acting Emmy.
I'm
He's
impressed.
also in Frat Star.
He's turned up and done a day's work, is what he's done.
Yes,
here.
he has. He very much has, if even that.
Yeah.
We should mention, before we get going, that Frat Star is a wildcard pick of Jordan Shenton,
Yes.
the other guy from Grief
The
Burrito.
final wild card of the season.
It is indeed. I'm currently winning the wildcard race this season. There's none left. This is the last one, as we've just said. This season's wildcard race, as we've mentioned numerous times now, is a race to the bottom. So we're trying to find the worst film rather than the best.
Yep.
I think next season we'll go back to
Yes, please.
watching good films, please. Because the randomizer seems to have got involved as well.
I know.
And he's given us a lot of shit
I was
this
to
year.
say, it's bad juju.
It is bad juju. So basically, this comes now to a straight race between me and Jordan, because my film is currently at the bottom of the stream table, and it's whether this one's bad enough to get to the bottom. Because without giving anything away, this ain't trouble in the top.
No, that's fair to say. I will just quickly mention all the wild cards that have been played this season, all
Go
5
on.
of them.
Can you do it from memory?
Terrible.
Oh, I thought you were going to list them all.
Well, I can have a go. I mean, I would just congratulate everyone on meeting the brief.
Yeah, 100%.
And
I think they're all going to
putting
end
me
up in the
through
bottom,
some
bottom
absolute terrible times. So mine was Alien Warfare.
10. Yeah, which was bad, but was funnish.
Shonky.
Shonky, good word.
Sam
Yeah.
was After.
Yes.
An awful sort of fan fiction,
Rom-com.
nasty rom-com.
Nasty. It was nasty.
Ross played...
I can't remember. I'm looking at the list. I can't remember.
A film. Ross played.
Happy Anniversary?
No.
Left Behind
Ross played Left Behind.
with Nick Cage.
Religious thriller.
Bumcun.
I hated it. You quite.
I didn't hate it, but I
you-
also didn't like it.
But you thought it passed the time.
Yeah, I did.
That's 3.
Yeah.
You played
The Hungover
the
games.
Hungover games, currently at the bottom.
Currently at the bottom of the stream. And now Jordan's
All of
played
these are
this.
woeful. The Hungover games particularly woeful. And now Jordan has rounded us off with Frat Star.
He has indeed. So I'm currently bottom of the stream, as we've said. Ross comes after that. And then you and Sam are both together. All 3 of them are together, actually,
Yeah.
in the stream table. So I'm bottom. And then Left Behind after an Alien. So yours is actually...
Yeah.
You failed.
Best of the worst.
Best of the worst.
I've not failed. It's a terrible film.
It is a terrible film. Right. Shall we start?
Yes.
Have you got one word review?
Monsters at University.
Oh, I like it.
Thanks.
Because they're horrible monsters.
Yeah. And it's
There's
also
no
a
monsters
film.
in this, but they're fucking horrible
Yeah.
people. Everybody in this film's repugnant. Where does this film start, Nick?
A boy is talking to a posh ghost, is what I've written.
I've put boy gets shouted at by ghost. It's not a ghost.
I didn't realise it was him.
No,
It's
I didn't.
himself until
Yeah.
later on.
So
It's like the devil on his shoulder, isn't
yeah, the main character Nick in this is haunted by his
it? Yuppie.
yuppie fratty self.
Yeah.
It's a bit like I've written it about as his dark passenger, a bit like Dexter.
Basically,
evil
Nick's a
man on his
nerd,
shoulder.
and then he's got his like fratty
He's like a wannabe, isn't he?
wannabe
Shoulder.
college guy on his shoulder.
So yeah, he just gets shouted at.
And then it says, well, 3 months earlier.
4 months.
4 months earlier.
4 months earlier, in fact.
Not good with numbers.
My first note says some guy catches his girl in bed with a guy.
Yeah.
So this is the same guy that we've just met. Looks different again. He's
Yeah.
got this uncanny knack of looking different, and everybody in this film looks the same. I don't think I'm being fratty racist, but there's a particular look for an American frat boy.
Oh, yeah, a lot of sweater vests.
Yeah, high chinos,
Yeah.
leather belts,
Sort of freshly shaven,
yeah, square
slicked
jawed.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick walks in on his girlfriend, who I think was called Ashley,
Yes. Yes.
and she's in bed with another boy who is called Fuck Jerry.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We find this
Right.
out later on.
I am
going
going to say now, I think I'm going to laugh a lot through this chat and review. And I didn't laugh at all during this movie.
No, not once.
But you saying that he's called Fuck Jerry is just going to make me laugh.
Yeah, we always laugh. We always laugh at these films. We're laughing
laugh.
for this woman in particular. We're laughing at it, not with it. And yeah, he catches her in bed with this guy, and
She's like, yeah, I'm not going to be with you anymore. I'm
Yeah.
with Fuck Jerry.
I'm going to sleep with Fuck Jerry now. And the dark passenger's in the room with him,
Yeah.
ripping him in the background. And they kind of break up, don't they?
Sure.
And then we hit the
He's
title
about
card.
to leave to college.
Yeah, and then we hit a title card, and we come straight back out, and we meet Eugene, Nick's dad. Nick brings him a beer and tells him about his fight that he's just had with his girlfriend.
His dad's like, that is the last thing you need to worry about. You're
Yeah.
about to go to college.
Yeah.
And you are going to have the time of your life.
Yes,
Because I did.
yes,
You can put it about.
do what you want.
Yeah.
Sleep with all the girls.
He says, you are going to be swimming in truffle butter.
Now, you watched this film before me.
Yeah.
And you sent me a message during this scene, I imagine. And you sent me a message saying, whatever you do not Google truffle butter. So I haven't,
Oh, yeah.
and I have no clue what it is.
I'd like you to Google Urban Dictionary it now and read it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really scared. So he's going to be drowning in it. I'm not going to guess what it is.
No.
because I don't want
No,
to
I just want you to read out the definition, please.
Oh, I'm quite embarrassed. If anybody from my family is listening, would you please stop for the next 30 seconds? I'm on the Urban Dictionary. Oh, no. Really? Oh, okay. Truffle butter is defined on the Urban Dictionary as a combination of fluids from having anal sex and intercourse. Reference to the colour and texture of the thick substance that forms after having both anal sex and direct penetration's a horrible phrase, afterwards, without washing first. Taking its name from the truffles because of the colour of gooey thick substance created after penetrating both holes sexually. This is a family show, Nick. What are you doing?
You've gone really pink.
No, I've gone really warm. It says underneath, A gourmet butter containing truffles is a delicacy.
Vile
Oh.
film.
For something of your dad to say to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, vile film. Ooh, I need to have a break.
Well, suddenly...
I'll put the stream noise in here.
We're suddenly
Yep.
at the first day of college.
Yes, we are. We cut
And-
straight from there to there, don't we?
Nick's parents are dropping them off.
We've had this a few times now this season,
Yeah,
haven't
we
we?
have.
People being dropped off at college. I think this is the third time, so it's just become a theme of the season. We've done a lot of college films. He meets his new roommate. I don't know why I said roommate so funny, but he meets his new roommate, and this is Billy.
This
Is Billy and Nick's dad get on quite well to start with.
Oh, famously. Because Billy finds out that Eugene used to go there.
Yeah, he's an alum.
Yeah, he tried to invite him along and to all the parties
involved in
later
the
on.
party.
And Eugene says, look, just look after my kid. Try and bring him out of his shell.
He just want to stay, but his wife kind of drags him away.
Exactly.
She's more down with Nick, I think. But before he leaves, he gives Nick a couple of condoms and
Yep.
says, "Look, enjoy yourself, have fun. This is college.
Yeah.
Welcome to the real world."
Nick immediately sits down at the desk and starts filling out some
Yes, it does.
admin
It says
forms.
financial aid. Nick's on financial aid, so
And Billy's like, whoa,
whoa.
this is a school for rich kids. We can't tell anyone that.
Keep that to yourself. That
Yeah.
is a buddy secret between roommates.
Because you will get destroyed.
Yes. Nick's quite an innocent boy, isn't he? At the start.
He's just a naive nerd.
His character takes a turn.
Yeah.
just about halfway through, he just changes. At this point, two girls enter the scene.
Yep.
They come into their room.
Because Billy's got some
There's
liquor.
some booze. So they all have a shot. And Nick actually just spits it all over these two girls.
Yeah, because he's never drunk.
Never drunk before. So they leave. They're all repulsed and they leave. And Billy's like, come to this party. There's a frat party already. Come to this party. And Nick doesn't want to go.
No,
So he doesn't.
he's going to go to the library.
He's going to go to the library and get his form sorted, start studying. Cut straight from there to the library. Nick's studying in this library. And Billy comes in and basically drags him away.
Yeah,
convinces him.
Just as a girl is going to come over and talk to Nick.
Yeah, again.
Um,
Nick's not doing well with the girls already. My next note says that they go to the party
yes.
and then the frat brothers have a very racist chat.
I could not believe this.
I could also not believe this.
There was a couple of, well, no, more than a couple. There was
There's-
many exchanges in this movie that I just found downright offensive.
It's vile.
And I will say right here, you cannot claim to say, you know, we're doing a comedy or we're making a comment on sort of the lack of diversity in American top
Frats. Yeah.
frats and universities, because all you're doing is being racist. Because they're not making a comment. None of the minorities in this movie get a chance to shine or
No.
get revenge on, you know, the bad guys. That just makes them racist.
Yeah,
Conversations.
absolutely. It's just a racist conversation. There's no higher meaning to this.
Yeah.
You're not getting away with anything because you're showing diversity. There's no diversity in this film.
No.
There's like two minority people in the film. It's vile. How this scene is not on somebody's cutting room floor because it has no semblance to the rest of the film.
No.
It's just a vile.
So it's
horrible
basically
chat.
the frat boys are talking about how can they get more ethnic minorities into the frat.
Yeah.
They need to, because they need to be seen to do it, not because they want to do it.
No, because of the time.
Because they're all rich, white, racist scumbags, basically.
basically.
Also, this party
Yeah.
seems to exclusively be happening on a porch,
Yes,
and there's
it
only
does.
about 10 people there.
We never go inside this house. You're right. It's very strange. Meanwhile, Nick is texting his girlfriend / ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, back home.
He's not buying the fact that she split up with him.
No.
Even though he caught her in bed with another man called Fuck Jerry. So they decide to expose him, I guess.
Yeah,
And-
she takes a sexy picture.
Yeah. And makes a meme out of it,
yeah.
basically. And the hashtag Nick Cooper is sad.
Yeah.
Is getting memed. It's everywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. It does go somewhere, but there's no point to it.
No.
It's just stupid. We go home with Nick at this point. He goes
Sure,
to
back
bed.
to
He
his
has an
dorm,
early
yeah.
night, goes back to bed. And then Billy comes in. Billy's not alone.
No.
Billy's found a lady, in inverted commas. And they start doing the naughty on the bed next to Nick.
Oh, and how?
Yeah, in a big way.
Do you not think it's almost destiny that we're finishing up with another sort of
sex scene.
voyeuristic sex scene.
It's so strange, isn't it? It's
Not had one for a while.
It's happened 4 times this season.
Yeah.
Now. It made me uncomfortable that Nick just didn't leave. Or at least say, I'm here, by the way. He just lay in his bed and sort of cowered in his bed while a lot of random sex stuff was going on right next to him.
Yeah.
It was very strange. It was very strange. The next morning, Nick wakes up and he looks very traumatized. Like, I don't think he's had much sleep.
There's been fingers going in all sorts of holes.
Yeah. Both ways.
In the bed opposite him.
And him and Billy have a bit of a confrontation, don't they? And he's like, look, this is college. This is what college life is like.
It's like, forget about that girl back
you
home.
need to forget about that. Move on. Come and get some girls with me. And change your life. Cut back to Ashley and Fuck Jerry for some reason. They're going to head to campus to confront Nick.
And get $300
and get
off
some
him.
money off him for some reason.
So Fuck Jerry is like now operating Ashley's social media and says, oh yeah, let's lead him on again and we can get him to give us some money.
Yeah. We cut to another party. There's some sort of toga party going on.
Toga. I wish this was Animal House.
Yeah. And Ashley and Fuck Jerry turn up, and they're like quasi-celebrities now.
Yeah.
Because
everyone knows the
hashtag, and everybody knows Fuck Jerry's posts.
But some girl goes like, Fuck Jerry, come and snort a line off my boobs.
I love that we're just calling him Fuck Jerry as if that's normal. That's the only name he's given in the film, and
this movie is trash.
This movie's god shit. God shit. God shit. That's how bad it is. They don't get any money off him, and then they just leave. And I don't think we ever see them again.
I think that is the last we see of them.
Billy's now going, come on, let's go and get some pussy. Let's go and get some girl. I can't believe I just said that. I've written it in my notes and I just read it. Well, I feel dirty. The dark passenger's not buying it. He doesn't think Nick's got the balls to do this.
Sure.
But Nick has got the balls to do it. He does pull a lady. I can't remember what her name was. It is not important.
Billy's told all the frat guys that Nick's from like old money as well.
He has,
He's like a rich boy, which isn't true.
Which
obviously.
is not true. He's not from any sort of money. And Nick, we do get a scene of Nick doing the naughty with this girl.
He's good at it.
Apparently so.
He's got like a special talent.
He doesn't do the penetrative naughty as that Urban Dictionary describes it.
No, she gives him an OTPHJ.
She does. I know what that means. Do you want to explain that to our listeners?
I looked it up.
Did you?
Yeah. I didn't. You knew what it meant.
Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it?
What? Is it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of letters to work out.
Yeah, but HJ's pretty obvious. And you just... I saw what was going on. It was pretty obvious.
I didn't really understand.
I'm good with
what was
acronyms.
going. Over the pants hand job.
Yes. But she had her hand in, but it wasn't out. But he's really good at the mouth stuff.
The mouth stuff. He's got a special tongue move.
I think they call it a magic tongue at one point. And we see it happen, and then in the next scene he's telling Billy, he's like bragging to Billy that he's done it. And he revealed, and Billy's not impressed. Billy's like, well, that's not sex, that's just hand stuff, it's kid stuff. But then Nick says, well, I made her cry. And Billy is suddenly like, fuck, you must be some sort of genie.
Yeah, and he's all like, oh, she is from that sorority. That word is going to get around, my friend. You are quids in.
You're going to be drowning in it.
Yeah.
Truffle butter.
Yeah.
Later on, Billy's back in the library. No, that's a lie. Nick's back in the library.
There's a weird montage of Billy running down the road in a kimono, just for no reason.
Yeah. Completely. I'd forgotten about that, but you're right. There is.
Because I've written it down. Oh, it was a weird montage. Why is he running away from? And it just cuts back to
and he's
Nick
not in a
library.
kimono in the next scene. And he's not in one in the one before or any others.
No.
I'd forgotten about that, but you're right. That's weird. Nick's in the library. Billy comes in again to drag him away to a party. But this time, it doesn't work. He stays.
Yep.
Nick's died. No,
the frat bros are in the background because, like I say, there's only 10 people at this school.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. And Nick's going to stay and study this time. So they have a bit of an argument again, and Billy walks off. Nick gets ragged on by his dark passenger for a little bit.
At this point, I've written, I don't understand what the point in the Posh Ghost is, because him and Billy are basically playing the same role.
Yeah.
They're both just
they're
taking
like
Nick down.
The alternate Nick.
Yeah.
But the reasoning behind that becomes clear at the end.
Yeah, but then retrospective, you're like, well, the only reason he's got a Posh Ghost is so they could do the ending.
Yeah.
because him and Billy are exactly the same role.
Yeah.
They're performing the same service to the script.
But this is a bad film.
It's so bad.
In the next scene, we properly meet. I think we met him earlier, but we properly meet President Adam, not Prince Adam. That's E-Man. President Adam, who is the head of the frat. I didn't get the name of the frat. It's
Delta Phi.
Delta something.
Phi Delta.
Phi Delta.
One of them.
And he's introducing the pledging process. So he's like, some guys are going to pledge this frat.
He's gearing them up for Hell Week.
Yeah. And there was another name for one of the nights, so I've written it down. Nick's going to pledge, Billy's going to pledge, and some of us are going to pledge.
Yeah.
We'll meet them all soon. And then we get a party montage. I've written montage a lot during my notes in this film.
Yeah,
there's a lot of montages.
There's a lot of padding out.
There's a lot of filler going on. And it ends, the montage ends with Nick talking to the girl he got with the night before.
Yeah.
And he tells her that he's considering pledging. He's going to pledge. Then some more racist shit goes down. I think the N-word even gets dropped at one point, and it's not nice.
No.
It's just not. And there is a black man in this film now from this point onwards.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what they're calling?
Yeah, so this is one of the potential pledges.
Pledges.
Yeah, I know what he's called.
What was he called?
They actually call him Token.
They do.
I couldn't believe it.
It's a South Park joke, and
Yeah.
it's not even funny. It's a South Park joke from the 90s that wasn't funny then, and it's less funny now. Oh.
Like I say, you can't claim that, like, in my eyes, this is not... none of these posh boys get their comeuppance. There's no... So you...
If anything, they win at the end.
Yeah. So you're not making a social commentary here. No. It's just fucking racist.
Yeah. The Asian, there's an Asian guy pledging as well.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
We'll definitely get to him. Billy catches Nick talking to himself in the room now.
Yeah.
He's obviously chatting to his dark passenger, but Billy can't see that. But nothing comes of it, and Billy doesn't even mention it, and it's never mentioned again.
No.
But he does reveal that he thinks he's in love with Rosanna, who is the girl that he has.
She's like the
worked his
girl nerd in the sorority.
Yeah. Billy thinks he's insane because he's insane.
Yeah. Why limit yourself?
Yeah, exactly. And he tells him to fuck as many girls as possible, basically. The line he uses is, "Will you please just be cool and fuck girls?"
Yeah.
I wrote it down. I loved it. And then we meet the sorority girls for the first time. Now, I think the girls in this are possibly more repugnant than the boys.
They're just as vile. Everyone in this movie is absolutely terrible.
Jordan was watching it earlier today, and I was messaging him as he was watching it.
Yeah.
Incidentally, Jordan didn't finish this film.
Brilliant.
It is the requirement of a wild card to watch the film that you tell us to watch. But he couldn't get through it. And I did say, I can't make you watch it because I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And you're quite a nice friend. So I didn't force him to watch the rest of it, but he has missed the ending, which I told him we'd talk about here. But we both agreed the girls are just as repugnant as the boys.
Yeah, so we listening on them, and they basically said, well, we're going to bed all the frat guys, and then we'll have the power over them because they will be enchanted by us.
And Rosanna reveals that she's got a crush on Nick.
Yeah.
So Nick becomes their first target.
Yeah, they're like, well, she can't have
fuck
him.
You, yeah, we're going to have him. Adam and the, I guess, frat boy leaders, what are they called? Bros. They discuss that they feel like in recent years they've gone easy on the pledges.
Yeah, so they're going to ride them hard.
Exactly the word he uses. We're going to ride them hard and make them work for it this year.
Did you pick up who they said was a past frat member?
No.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay? What? That's random.
Yeah. But if I was him and I knew my name was mentioned in this, I would be like, send the lawyers.
Yes, I would be suing. That's ridiculous. And then Adam addresses the pledge class, and this is where we meet our team of pledgees.
Yeah.
I don't know any frat terms, by the way. Frat culture is just so alien to me, and I think this entire country.
It's just not a thing over here.
It just isn't a thing, and I'm not sure how it's even a thing anywhere. It's so alien to me, so apologies if I'm misusing some of the terms. And we meet them all, and this is where we find out that they think... Well, this is where Nick finds out that they think he's a rich kid from rich money. I've written here they call the black guy Token. There's a Rockefeller guy there.
Sure.
There's a few others, and there's an Asian guy.
There's a gay one that's obviously gay.
Yeah, but in denial.
But he doesn't know.
The homophobic stuff hasn't started yet, but that's just as bad as the racist stuff.
And we find out the Asian guy is called Chong Chang.
I shouldn't laugh, but it's just ridiculous. I'm not laughing at the name. I'm laughing at the fact that it's even a thing. He's not called that. That's just what they call him. That's just what they call him. These two actors are in this film. These are real people. Anyway. This is also the point now where the girls reveal that they're going to go after Nick.
Yes.
Rosanna doesn't like that, but there's nothing she can do about it. And one of the girls takes Nick into a cupboard where he's, I think, was he tied up? Or he was definitely...
Yeah, this was another party, so it's now a caveman party.
Just assume it's all at a party.
Yeah.
The whole film happens at parties. So I think he's not tied up, but he's kind of in a cupboard with his hands above his head. And stuff goes down.
Lead girl's got him.
Stuff goes down.
I've written here as well, why is the music so ominous?
Me and Jordan had this exact same conversation. They've got like one track, and it does not fit the tone of the film whatsoever. It's like a horror film soundtrack, like ominous piano music.
Yeah, and like a bit of long bass.
Yeah.
It's just... I was like...
Is she going to kill him?
Yeah.
Or what? It doesn't fit. It's so bizarre. Then Eugene shows up. Nick's dad shows up again.
The next day is now a parent barbecue.
Even though they've only been at college for like a week.
Yeah, something like that.
Parent barbecue. And so all the dads show up and Eugene gets involved in the beer pong. And
he tells a story about how he never finished college.
Yeah.
Because he got kicked out in the famous Halloween of '89.
This story was ridiculous.
And they're like, you were part of Halloween '89? That's legendary. and the story he tells is that they're having a Halloween party. They carved some pumpkins. No, they hollowed out the pumpkins.
Yeah.
Then they put them on students' heads. Then they carved them out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't like to go into too much detail, but eyes were lost.
Some people lost some eyes.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Fine. So that you've not been to prison for that, or you just got kicked out of college.
There's then a massive long montage.
Yeah.
Of like initiation stuff.
Yeah, pledging montage I've read.
And-
Incidentally, going back to Halloween, I did find out a little fact.
Okay.
The girl who plays Rosanna,
Yep.
her mother is in Halloween too.
Oh,
That's
nice.
it. That's my fact.
Okay.
There's a pledging montage for the guys and the girls.
Yeah.
And it goes on for fucking ages. And that's what I've written here. Frat culture is so alien to me.
So the like boys dress up in tinfoil and play dodgeball.
Yeah.
Seemed fairly harmless.
Yeah.
And then it's the old like get drinks tied.
Yeah, do shots.
Duct tape to their wrists, and they've got to finish them, and they're just sliding around.
Doing
and
wheelbarrow races and stuff.
Shots.
The more shocking stuff is what the girls were up to. Do you remember what the girls did?
I remember one of them.
Do we want to talk
the
about it?
toilet roll one.
Do we want to talk about that, or do we want to just move past it?
Move past
didn't
it.
happen?
I ain't saying that stuff.
No, nor me. I feel like
I'm not a prude.
I feel like I've said it.
I don't want to give this film.
We'll talk about it in the Discord. If anybody wants to talk to us about what happened, ask us the question in the Discord.
It involves sitting on a toilet roll and bodily
you're gonna
fluids.
say it now.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I think that's the first time where I was watching a scene and I was like, I am not going to talk about that on the show. I don't think that's happened before. It's repulsive, and if you want to know what it is, come in the Discord. We'll talk about it in there. But I'm not talking about that.
Then the montage sort of moves into like just everyone sleeping around with everyone.
Yeah, it turns into an orgy.
Yeah.
Everybody's just in the room just fucking each other. And Adam, who is the president, obviously the head guy, he's quite impressed with Nick.
Sure.
He thinks Nick's doing well. It's all about the money for him.
Yeah, and he's like doing well with the women as well.
Yeah.
So he's impressing them.
They use the pledges as stools and tables, and
yeah,
all the frat boys are just using them as that. Nick fucks another girl. He uses his special tongue technique on her, magic tongue. Then there's another party montage. Then there's another orgy montage. And then the trivia quiz happens.
Just before that, there's a bit where the frat guys come into Nick and Billy's dorm room and they like steal some of his. They steal his documents.
Yeah, why?
So that's how they find out he wasn't really rich.
Oh,
but yeah, I don't know why they were tipped off.
Yeah, how did they know to steal his documents?
Yeah,
and they don't mention that they stole, and that's how they found out.
No,
so we're just guessing them. Anyway, Adam gives them all a quiz, a trivia quiz. He's shouting at them. He's being all angry frat boy. They all get their questions wrong. It's about the history of the frat, isn't it? And none of them have done any of their research. Then
it says it's all in the guidebook. You've not done any work.
Yeah,
this isn't good enough.
Then he just maniacally rants about nothing because he did that for a few minutes. And then it's time for the hunt. They built up the hunt.
I was really confused because like President Adam says, right, you've got to have an exam tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
You've got to score 98% to get in.
He does say that.
Then that makes a joke about the Asian guy's eyes.
Yeah.
And
I've forgotten about that.
and then I was confused because they're then doing this hunt,
Yeah,
all these tasks,
that mission,
which was different to the exam.
Yeah, that never gets mentioned again.
No.
In the exam. So I presume that all just passed. Yeah, it's time for the hunt. So the hunt is 12 tasks, each more difficult than the last.
So they've all got a task each, I think, because I think there was
I thought they'd just got to do all 12 of them between them,
right. Okay,
and then
bit like on The Apprentice when they have to go and buy.
yeah,
the
that's what we're told
Dynasty
anyway.
vase or something.
There's 12 tasks, but we start, and they've already done 5. We start on task 6 where we see it.
Yeah.
Task 6. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Task 6 is to go down on a black girl.
Yeah.
And they send the Asian. I'm not calling him what they call him. They send in the Asian guy, and he must do it because it's never mentioned again.
Presumably, he is successful.
Nick randomly breaks into a girl's room. Was this Rosanna again? Or was
no,
it,
this
was
was
a different girl.
This was Courtney, the same girl who he was in the cupboard with.
He just randomly breaks
This
in.
is a task.
Oh, it's a task.
Yeah, but it only mentions that afterwards because you just
Okay.
think the guy's a fucking rapist.
Yeah, because he breaks into the room through the window, takes his clothes off, takes his clothes off, and enters her. Gets in bed with her. She doesn't wake up until he's virtually in there. And then she wakes up. She's like, "Oh, hi."
But then he says, "Oh no, I've got my task is I've got to put this where the sun don't shine." And she's like, "Oh right, yeah, come on then,
Yeah,
I'll show you how to do it."
yeah,
It's vile.
yeah. It's
It's
repulsive.
it's horrible.
There's a point. I think it's about here where I was like, "I'm so over this now," and I didn't even like make any notes. I was just like, I haven't got the energy to even write stuff down anymore.
Yeah. It's
So
not worth
we've-
the ink.
It's not worth the ink. These books are £4 each. And the other guys catch them at it. The other girls catch them at it, sorry. And then we go back to the frat house, and somehow they've all passed except for Nick, who's failed. Is that how you understood it?
No, the gay guy fails, doesn't he?
Oh, does he? Okay. So Nick's punishment for failing is to say, "I suck big salty balls,"
Yes.
quite loud. And Adam makes him say it a few times. Nick says that about 4 times. And then Adam's response to that is, "Yeah, you do. And you like it because you're weird." Okay. Billy and Nick have an argument. I've written here, I don't care what this argument's about.
Nick just has Billy step it up.
Yeah.
I'm now better than you are at this frat stuff.
Yeah.
Basically.
The girls decide that what they need to do is turn Rosanna away from Nick and onto Billy.
Sure, because that'll really
wind Nick up. And it works. She ends up sleeping with Billy and Nick gets wound up by it. At this point, Nick calls Billy a faggot.
Yeah.
Which was... I was writing at this point, and I actually was like, a double take to the screen. I couldn't believe that I'd heard it. And I actually did a double take. I was like, I can't believe they've just used that word.
Sure.
It's the worst of all the words. And Nick's character completely changes. As soon as he uses that word, he just becomes a dick. Because he's been this lovable nerd.
He calls Rosanna a slut.
Yeah.
He's yeah.
Billy walks away. Billy's the bigger man at this point. He walks away. Adam's impressed. He's all like, "Hey, Nick's amazing."
You're showing all the qualities.
Nick's
that
a
we want.
legend. Billy is then in bed with Megan, who's a different girl.
Yeah.
And 2 other girls show up, Rosanna and I guess the sorority leader,
Yeah.
the Adam equivalent. She tells Megan to leave, even though she's halfway through doing whatever Nick was doing to her. What was that noise?
That was my tummy.
What was that? It sounded like a cat.
That's my lunch.
She tells Megan to leave, and that's when he sleeps with Rosanna. Nick catches her leaving. That's when he calls her
They
a
fall
slut.
out. It's all
She calls
terrible.
him disgusting, which he is. And then she snogs Billy on the way out, and Nick tells him to go fuck himself. And then it's Hell Week.
It is.
We get into Hell Week with the introduction of "Welcome to Hell Week, sperm chuggers." That happens. And then we get Hell Week montage.
Oh, there's more racism. They do mystery shots. They get paddled. They get pissed on.
Yeah. There's more homophobia. There's all sorts going on. Nick gets pissed on. And then they're all suddenly in masks.
Yep.
Creepy plague doctor type masks.
Exactly.
And this is where they find out if their pledge has been successful and if they've been accepted into the frat. And they all do, except for 2.
Yeah.
Chad doesn't get in because he's gay.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate
And
reason.
Adam says, "How do you not know you're gay?
Yeah.
Come back when you've found yourself," sort of thing.
As if they'd let him in there.
Yeah.
But the black guy does get in, the Asian guy gets in, Billy gets in. Nick doesn't get in.
No. They know he's not rich.
We're getting right to the end of this film. They know he's not rich. They know Billy lied, but Billy only lied once.
Yeah.
Whereas Nick's lied all the way through this process by not correcting Billy's lie.
And they say he was lying to help you, sort of thing.
Yeah. So that doesn't stop Billy getting in, but it does stop Nick getting in. That's pretty much it. Nick leaves the room. All the girls get into their sorority. They're all celebrating. That's the last time we see the girls or any of the girls. Nick calls his mum to tell her that he hasn't got into this frat.
But she's like, oh, well, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
But you better come home and tell your dad in person.
She's like, I'm not telling your dad and you shouldn't tell him over the phone.
Yeah.
You need to come home and tell him. And then the end of this film happens.
What is this?
So, let's see if we both understood it the same way.
Okay.
Nick walks into the room where his dad is. Nick is already in the room with his dad.
Yeah.
But it is the dark passenger version of
Yeah,
Nick.
the frat guy.
And he's told his dad that he did get in.
Indeed.
And it's almost like they've changed roles.
Yeah.
So the dark passenger's become the real person.
Correct.
And Nick himself can now not be seen.
And then it cuts back to sitting on the steps outside where we were at the beginning of the film. And instead of the yuppie frat guy fading out, Nick fades out.
Yeah.
And the frat version of Nick just walks off over the hill.
The film ends.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, what is with this dark, like, it's almost like, yeah, what's with this
schizophrenia kind of
ending?
Where he lets his dark passenger take over.
In this stupid late night raunchy college movie.
Bullshit is what it is. It's a stupid ending for a stupid film.
Yeah. It makes no sense. It doesn't fit with the whole vibe of the film.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. I'm impressed. If anything, I'm impressed. They managed to find an ending that made this worse.
They did.
Like, brought it down another level. This is an absolutely woeful piece of filmmaking.
It's garbage. It's pure 100%.
It is not
garbage.
Funny. It is offensive. It is disgusting. It is racist. It is homophobic. The music is terrible.
The acting's appalling. The directing. Some of the cuts.
Oh, there's one point I didn't mention. It's when Nick's parents drop him off at college. The dialogue just goes completely out of sync.
Yeah. There's a point where Billy's having sex as well, and it's clearly different dialogue.
Yeah.
It's lip syncing something over the top of what he was actually saying.
It's
woefully bad.
It's so bad.
I would even go. We've only really ever recommended people to actively avoid one film before, which was Sierra Burgess as a Loser. I would go as far as to do that for this. I think this is as bad as that.
This is one of the worst films we've ever seen.
Yeah, we say that a lot, but this is.
This is right down there.
I don't get offended easily. And there was a couple of points in this film where I was like, I'm offended by that.
I would have turned this movie off.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I don't know at what point Jordan turned it off, but
I think he had about 40 minutes left.
So, yeah, okay.
So quite. I've got his statement. Do you want me to read you what he said?
Yeah, absolutely.
He sent me a statement.
Say from the office.
From the desk of Jordan Shenton. Let me see if I can find it. He firstly apologises for making us watch it, which I took the blame for because it's kind of my fault.
It's totally your fault.
He has written that it is a tone-deaf attempt at a social commentary movie that has people making unrealistic choices with basically no motivations. The main character is a complete melt who acts like a 14-year-old, more like a 14-year-old than a young adult. Would be laughable if it wasn't so very, very sad. I got halfway through and I will do my best to never see the rest.
That's a very succinct summary.
Yes.
This film is disgusting.
This film is disgusting and you should not watch it. Nobody should watch it. I will put it. I've only ever said that about Sarah Burgess as a Loser. I'm saying it for this as well.
I think we said it about Swipe.
Yeah, we probably. Yeah, but this Swipe's 100 times better than this. This is. I said it a minute ago. I don't get offended easily. That I was offended more than once in this film.
I'm not sure how has this been put out.
How has
it
it not been cancelled? How is it on Netflix? I assume nobody's watched it.
Yeah,
because
that's exactly right.
It needs cancelling. It shouldn't be on Netflix. It shouldn't be available to watch. It's repulsive.
Don't try and play that satire card because it's not. It's just not there.
It isn't there. It's a load of preppy white boys being racist and homophobic.
Yeah.
all the way through. It's a film about a guy pledging for a frat and then doesn't get into the frat because he doesn't get into the frat at the end. So the whole thing's fucking pointless anyway.
He's going to go off and like be a serial killer or something. That's kind of what it's.
It's the whole thing's pointless.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Garbage.
Got 100% pure garbage. I'm not even turning the tide on it because you can't. The only way you can turn the tide on it is to throw it in the fucking sea. Get rid of it. It's hot, guys.
Put it in a bin.
I'm getting more and more angry talking about it.
Put it in a bin. Set it on fire. Throw it in the sea.
I don't think normally in my real life, I don't think I'd have lasted 10 minutes. Honestly, I think I would have turned it off 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Shall we talk stream table?
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
I think you have every right to be nervous.
Do you want me to read the bottom half of the stream table?
Sure.
So currently at the bottom of the stream is Hungover Games. That was my wild card. Temple follows that, followed by Wounds, Room 205, Left Behind after Alien Warfare are the other 3 wild cards. I'm not going any higher up than that. There's no need because as much as I hate to say it, if I was given the choice between this and the Hungover Games, I would watch the Hungover Games again.
I think this is a very simple question.
Okay.
The only question you have to answer is this bottom or is it one off the bottom? Because I don't have enough words to say how bad this movie is.
It's bottom.
In so many ways.
It's bottom.
I think it is.
I'll tell you something else, Nick. I don't even think it's close. The Hungover Games is a fucking terrible film.
Yeah. Also a bit racist.
A little bit racist.
But this is nasty.
Yeah.
This is hateful. This movie is...
This film shouldn't exist.
No.
It shouldn't be a thing. Especially in this day and age. Because it's vile, racist, homophobic. And it's also a shit film.
Yeah.
It's not even like it can get away with that because it's entertaining. It's not entertaining in the slightest. And the ending is from a crazy person. It makes no sense. I know that I'm giving away my award for this season by doing this, but I think there's some distance between this and the Hungover Games.
Just when you think you can't go more bottom, you watch something like this.
I'm mortally offended that this film exists. And
we've spent some time talking about it.
Yeah. Jordan said, after 5 minutes, Jordan was like, the director's stolen 5 minutes of my life. Like, we've stolen 90 minutes of mine and now another 45. The last 2 weeks we've put 2 films at the top of the stream.
Sure. Is this like penance?
This is penance. Do you think this is the bottom of the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So as much as it pains me to say it, Jordan Shenton has come out of nowhere. Didn't even think at one point he was going to play his wildcard this season. He just vanished for a while. And has won the wildcard race for season 5 at the bottom of the stream.
Congratulations / commiserations for this.
To all of us.
It's been an experience.
We also need to apologise to Ross Cook because he is the only other person I know that will watch this. If any of you are thinking maybe I should watch it to see how bad it is, don't, because it is not worth your time. And
I mean,
will be offended by it.
dude, seriously, not even an ounce of you've got to watch this to see how bad it is.
No.
It's past that.
Yeah, it is.
It's horrible. A horrible, horrible movie.
Take our word for it. Don't watch it. If you feel like watching it, listen to this episode again. We're doing something wrong if we're talking you into watching it.
I feel like I've not done a good enough job of explaining how terrible this movie is. That's how terrible this movie is.
It's massively offensive. It's massively offensive. That's as much as I can say. It's made me angry for talking about it. But also, I'm really entertained by this.
Onward and upwards.
We can only get better. Because I guess now we need to ask the randomizer to choose our finale film for season 5.
We do indeed.
Let's move on and hopefully something good comes up.
Yes.
What would you like to watch for a finale, Nick?
I am putting 0. I'm putting no vibes out into the atmosphere. I want a completely clean choice. I'm clearing my head. I will take complete lucky dip.
Okay. He's putting no juju out into the world.
Not to influence the randomizer.
Fair play. What? No, I'll ask that. Shall I press the button?
Please do.
It has picked... I know what this is. It has picked a film called Nobody Knows I'm Here.
Okay.
Ever heard of it?
No, I don't think so.
I had this penciled in as my season 6 wildcard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And now that can't happen. So we're going to watch Nobody Knows I'm Here. You've never heard of it?
I don't think so.
It's foreign.
Okay, cool.
It was filmed in Chile.
Oh,
It's
cool.
a Chilean drama.
Excellent.
So obviously,
I do not think we've been to South America.
I don't think we have. Mexico, maybe? No, I don't think we have.
Good. I'm excited. Treading new ground.
IMDb says that languages spoken are Spanish and English, so there may be some English in it. It's from 2020.
Recent.
It's a 15.
Okay.
Runs for an hour and a half. Or 1 hour, 31 minutes. Currently rated at 6.5 on IMDb. So high for us,
Not bad.
but not the highest we've been to. Would you like to know the synopsis?
Yes, please.
Mimo lives on a remote Chilean sheep farm, hiding a beautiful singing voice from the outside world.
Okay.
A recluse with a glittery flair, he can't stop dwelling on the past. But what will happen once somebody finally listens?
Ooh.
Sounds like Alaska is a drag, but in Chile, not Alaska. Would you like to know, bearing in mind this film's from Chile, you know somebody who's in this film.
Oh, yeah, I know all the Chileans.
You know all the Chilean actors.
Yeah.
Would you like to know who's in this
Yes,
film?
please.
Jorge Garcia
Oh, okay.
plays
Awesome.
our main character, Mimo.
Good.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that
Have we done any Lost alums before?
You asked me these sort of questions, and we've now done 124 films. So if
I don't think we've ever had any of the main cast of Lost.
takes me a while to try and work it out.
I don't think we've ever had any of the main cast of Lost.
Probably not.
I don't think we have. Well, now we have. We can no longer say that. So yeah, it's Hurley from Lost playing a singing sheep farmer from Chile.
I am well up for that.
You're more than up for it.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, go out and check out Nobody Knows I'm Here. And in the meantime, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd at BOTS_podcast. If you want to drop us an email, our email address is bottomofthestream@gmail.com, or you can check out the website. The website is bottomofthestream.com. On the website, you'll find every season's stream table, every episode we've ever recorded, loads of other cool stuff, and you can even buy some merch if you want to get hold of a Bottom of the Stream tea towel. Have I done tea towel? I might have done tea towel before.
Who knows?
Cares? Come and check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/bottomofthestream. For a couple of quid every month, you will get early access to episodes. You will get bonus episodes. You will get a newsletter that Nick writes every month. And you will also get a wild card if you come in at the top level. And that means that you can do what Jordan did this week and pick the film that we watch for a week.
We won't make you pick a terrible one.
We won't. Next season, we're going back to how we should be.
Yes. Open bar next season.
Yes. Discord. Come and join us in Discord. The Discord link will be at the bottom of the show notes. In there, we'll just chat about absolutely anything that you want to talk to us about. And yeah, do all that. I think
Brilliant.
that's it.
If you've got a few minutes, please consider leaving us a review anywhere that you can review podcasts. That could be Podbean, Podchaser, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that lets you do that sort of thing. Maybe instead of leaving a review, you could host a Bottom of the Stream college party. You could bring your aforementioned tea towels, your punch bowls, your Bottom of the Stream curtain, shower curtain, Bottom of the Stream
You could make
toga.
a toga out of a shower curtain. In fact, I think they've got like duvets and sheets.
Yeah.
Do that.
Hashtag it, Bottom of the Stream party.
Let's do it. Let's have a Bottom of the Stream toga party after the disc golf's finished.
Awesome.
So yeah, do all that. Congratulations to Jordan Shenton for winning season 5's wildcard race. I might get you a present at some point, but I never did for Sam last season. So, and yeah, we'll be back next week for The Wave, where we're doing a special extending the rods of Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein. And we'll be back the following Thursday for the season finale of Bottom of the Stream season 5.
Cheers.
Bye.